this episode of WGTV, a blood drive saves lives while honoring the lost, a historical tradition is brought to life around the campus, and two seniors come full circle teaching in a program they used to be a part of. These stories and more on this episode of WGTV. Good afternoon, Wildcats, and thank you for tuning into this episode of WGTV. Live from the Grove, I'm Ryan Shelton.
And I'm Camila Salinas.
We've got many exciting stories coming up, but first Camila's going to catch you up on what's been happening at the Grove. Camila?
Thanks, Ryan. Starting off with good news, Mr. Toth is back at the Grove. The walk officially marked his first day back on campus, returning to morning announcements, leading with energy, and uplifting the Grove. He's back to leading the school with the same positivity and kindness he is known for. Recently, many new shops such as Whole Foods, Chipotle, and Sweet Paris have opened up on University and Custer. One special thing about Whole Foods is the shopping carts, which give you the ability to weigh your produce and use self-checkout. On September 5th, a local Prosperous family house burned down after a lightning strike hit their home. The family is safe, but they are now in need of living essentials. A GoFundMe has been created, and you can donate by clicking the link in the description. Right now, Texas is facing a water crisis due to leaking pipes and changing climate. And this introduces a proposal to Texas voters in the fall for a $20 billion package to protect this state's water supply.
Yesterday was 9/11, marking 24 years since the incident that reshaped the nation. Olivia Cook has a story on how a blood drive saves future lives while remembering those who lost theirs on that day.
2, 1. This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see the two towers. A huge explosion now raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way!
On September 11, 2001, nearly 3,000 people lost their lives in a terrorist attack when two towers fell in New York City. In remembrance, the town of Prosper hosts an annual ceremony.
The fact that I'm having this interview with you is exactly that. The fact that none of you were born when this occurred says that exactly why we have to do this. We have to remember the people who will perish on that day, but we have to bring it forward to the youth of America so they remember what occurred. An act of terror that struck deep into the heart of America. And so the ceremony today is about remembering those people, but also calling for unity in America that we have today.
This ceremony brings together residents of all backgrounds, reminding the next generation of 9/11's lasting impact.
I just remember leaving that day after one of the towers fell down and the smoke rained on top of us. We were just like covered with dirt and couldn't breathe. And it's important to remember them as well, because there's so many of my coworkers that are gone, that have passed away due to, being exposed to toxic and got cancer. And some of them, are still battling cancer.
Those who managed to survive the attack weren't unscathed. Many have health issues that they still struggle with to this day, making 9/11 not only a day to celebrate the legacy of the lost, but also the heroes that live on.
The best thing we can do is not only have this memorial that's here every single day at the fire station as a reminder to us, but we're one of the few departments that continues to do this every year. And we do that as well to make sure that we don't forget and that we do our part to make sure that doesn't happen.
Those lost on September 11, 2001 will never be forgotten. It brought the country together and coined the phrase, "United We Stand." For WGTV, in the 3,000 lost lives that we will never forget, I'm Olivia Cook.
Get in, here comes the hall.
Yesterday's remembrance shows how honoring the past can save lives in the present.
This year, high school students will no longer receive free tickets to the state fair. The fair reasoned that the $2 million free tickets each year are printed, and only 10% are being used. Fair spokesperson Carissa Condonias confirmed that the shutting down of free tickets was not only due to rising costs, but because of an uptick in incidents involving high school-age guests in recent years. Moving back to the Grove, the homecoming dance is this Saturday starting at 7 p.m. The theme is one night only, so bring out your best dresses or suits and get your tickets linked in the weekly email. Do you know what you're going to wear, Ryan?
It's probably going to be the same suit I wore last year with a different colored tie.
Well, I have my dress and heels picked out, so I will see you Saturday night.
Staying on the topic of homecoming, this week brings lots of fun and emotions, and with it, the historical tradition of mums. Bryce Johnson has a story.
Sharing mums and garters are an old tradition. Though dating back to the 1900s, it is still being upheld today. Students, especially at the Grove, value this tradition and look forward to wearing their unique mums for homecoming.
My mom specifically just shows a lot about who I am. I think for me it symbolizes like a really good friendship and just like bond between you two, that you're able to like know each other's interests and show that through the mum.
Mums are more than a decoration. They represent friendship, school spirit, and a piece of homecoming tradition that continues year after year.
I mean, I think the tradition's great. I don't know exactly what it symbolizes per se, but I know it just, like I said, friendship, just being there with a group of people, being able to share a special night, that being Saturday night, just with people.
Students in need of a mum don't just go anywhere. The Mum Shop supplies the surrounding high schools of North Texas, keeping the historical tradition alive.
Well, we start as soon as football season is over, preparing for the next year, and we make all of the components back here. You know, we have certain people that do the names, and then we have certain people that do the pulling of the order, and then it goes to gluing, and then it goes to hang out front in order by school, and then we are able to collect them together and get them ready for delivery.
The Mum Shop and the students they supply are preserving the tradition, one mum at a time. For WGTV, I'm Bryce Johnson.
Mums continue to be a symbol of homecoming tradition, bringing students together to celebrate the week in their own way. With homecoming events all throughout the week, everything's leading up to our homecoming game tonight. Jackson Kingerski is in studio for your sports recap. Jackson?
Thanks, Ryan. A lot of pressure is brewing today as the Wildcats take on Emerson at Children's House Stadium at 7 p.m. for Walnut Grove's homecoming game. Last year, the Mavericks were a strong contender for the Wildcats, with our last matchup going 29-28, and the Wildcats barely pulling off a last-minute upset. In order to get a good idea of how this high-stakes game is going to go, let's take a look at the head playmakers of tonight's game. And of course, the quarterbacks aren't the only playmakers for these teams. Senior running back Cameron Newton for the Grove has racked up 474 yards so far this season, with 237 yards per game. This is a strong start for the star running back, as he averaged 154 yards per game last season. Compare that to Presha Allen for the Mavericks, who last season averaged 32.8 yards in the few games he played. But don't let these numbers fool you, as both players are equally efficient with the ball, with Allen averaging 8.4 yards per carry and Newton averaging 7.8 yards, just a little bit lower. Overall, the game tonight will be nothing short of close and exciting, relying on consistency and a strong defense in order to shut down the opposition. And next door at the PISD Natatorium, last Tuesday the boys at water polo had a high-scoring game against PISD rivals Rock Hill. The Wildcats came out on top 18-11, bringing their record to an even 6-6. They play tonight at Flower Mound, looking to pull off an upset against the higher-ranked team. And the girls also played against Rock Hill on Tuesday, coming out with an even more convincing win, going 15-6 against the Blue Hawks. Their next game at Flower Mound is going to be challenging as well, with the girl Jaguars being ranked 9th in the state and having a record of 12-5 this year. The volleyball has also had a very strong start this year, with a record of 20-6 so far. However, their hardest matchup yet will be against the Lovejoy Leopards. Let's take a look at the star attackers for each team. For the Wildcats, senior Danielle Whitmire has racked up over 206 kills this year, with an average of 3.0 kills per set and with a 48% kill rate. Compared to Lovejoy's Bella Lopez, she's racked up a little more, with 256 kills so far, a higher average of 3.6 kills per set, however, a lower kill rate of 43%. Overall, next Friday's home game against the Leopards will be a hard-fought battle, so make sure to support your girls at 5 o'clock. And readying up for the spring season, many months ahead, Softball's Booster is bringing new opportunities for future Wildcats. Hudson Acosta has the story on how two seniors are coming full circle.
Kindergartners to 8th graders are learning how to play softball at the professional level.
You get one chance.
Kaylee James and Zelda Bobbitt are two softball seniors teaching the very program they started in. coming full circle.
So I started coming to this camp when I was in 5th grade, and it was kind of cool because I got to be taught by a bunch of girls that I've always looked up to, playing softball. And so now kind of coaching the camp, it's kind of a cool aspect to see I'm the people that they look up to. So it's kind of full circle, I guess you could say, getting to see the little kids and work with them when I was at the same spot.
Are you ready? Hey. Yep.
Wildcat Workout, the name of the program, aims to grow the skills of youth athletes interested in softball. Kaylee has followed this path since her 5th grade, having the support of her father along the way.
So when she was this age doing this program, not only did she get to learn a lot of skills and fundamentals about the game, but she also got to learn it from those she looked up to when we would come to games. And we've got a girl that just now, this week, went to the sporting goods store and bought a glove and a softball bat and a batting helmet because she wants to learn the game. So maybe this will inspire her to become a player for Walnut Grove in the future.
The same girls who once looked up to their role models have begun inspiring the future of Walnut Grove softball.
A lot of the girls who taught me this are now in college or on ESPN. I see them playing, and then it's I became one of those people who I'm going to play in college. And it's been cool to see even girls who are only 2-3 years younger than me. I taught their camps for years, and now they're freshmen or they're sophomores, and I'm seeing them mature as people and players.
What started as a skills program has become a place where younger athletes can picture themselves wearing the Walnut Grove jersey one day. For WGTV, I'm Hudson Acosta.
As Zelda Bobbitt and Kaylee James finish out their senior year, more awaits as they're both pursuing softball in college. That's all for your sports recap. For WGTV, I'm Jackson Kingerski. Back to you, Ryan and Camilla.
Thank you, Jackson. That's all we have for today's episode. For WGTV, I'm Ryan Shelton.
And I'm Camille Salinas. Thanks for watching, and remember, Wildcats, set the standard.